there, I'm Lucille Greeff and I am one of the partners in Aephoria. Enneagram 1, our perfectionists, our meticulous judges. These are individuals who really want to be good, responsible people. And for a variety of different reasons, they fear relaxing into themselves. Often because there is a fear that in the world, if I relax too much, things will fall apart, as Chinua Achebe wrote. Or within myself, that in some way I might go bad. So it's almost as though the inner voice of discipline, the superego, has grown into really large proportions inside the psyche of the Enneagram 1. Enneagram 1s really value self-control. They know how to hold on to impulses to express emotions or behaviors that might be seen as out of control or bad, like anger or frustration with others. This self-control has a massive impact on their bodies. Many Enneagram 1s carry a lot of tension in their jaws, in their necks, in their backs. They often struggle to fall asleep because they're really mulling over their to-do list and what they need to do and how they've done it, processing and thinking through the day. Enneagram 1 leaders want to do things in an ethical, responsible way, and this is one of the gifts that they bring. They really have a sense of what is right and what is wrong, and want to in some way be the custodians of the right way to do things in their teams. Enneagram 1s are also very good at the detail, very good at structuring processes and making sure that we have a way of doing things that maintains quality in the work that we do. As Enneagram 1s will tell you, the devil is in the details. So therefore, we need to make sure that we get everything right and we structure things to be able to replicate that. Some of the challenges that Enneagram 1 leaders experience definitely relates to delegation. You know that story that it's just easier to do it myself and I'd need to correct it anyway if I gave it to someone else? This is what keeps many Enneagram 1s from delegating tasks. And what essentially happens is I end up doing work at a level below where I'm supposed to be operating in the organizational system. This is one of the key developmental challenges. Push yourself, Enneagram 1, to change that story that says that you are the only one that's capable of doing it right and at the expected quality. What this means is that you might need to get used to people doing things differently to the way that you would prefer to do it. Know that you're really empowering yourself and others by allowing people to find their own way of doing tasks, even if it takes a bit longer and means that there are a couple of mistakes along the way. Otherwise, how would people grow? You're really infantilizing people by believing that you're the only one who can be the custodian of rightness and quality. Another challenge that Enneagram 1s can experience is that they can get stuck in long-term battles where I'm right and you're wrong. This kind of black and white thinking can be very restricting and can lead to a huge waste of energy. As a leader, Enneagram 1s need to open themselves to the shades of grey that sit between the black and white thinking. I need to relax, I need to work with rigidity, and I need to also work with the way in which I express criticism, not just to myself, but also into the environment. What kind of behaviors would help to bring out the best in people? Is it really the critical voice that I bring so often? From a developmental perspective, Enneagram 1s need to realize that there is nothing intrinsically wrong with them and that it is possible to relax and to embrace the parts of me that are imperfect. In many ways, that is part of the beauty of life, is that the light comes in through the cracks that we carry inside our personality. We don't need to fear them. The Enneagram 1 journey from vice to virtue relates to the process of moving from this anger held in that becomes bitterness, and that becomes frustration and irritation that creates this rigidity inside the Enneagram 1 body, to the place of serenity. That's the virtue of Enneagram 1. And we know the serenity prayer. Let me accept the things that I can change and the things I can't change. And that's where the Enneagram 1 starts showing up in their highest self.